Electricity does, in fact, explain the world. That's why I'm here in Boulder, Colorado, arguably the world capital of legal weed cultivation and retailing. Within about 5 miles of where I'm standing here in Chautauqua Park, there are about 12 legal weed dispensaries selling brands like Purple Haze. But to produce Purple Haze and other brands of cannabis sativa, they are using lots of electricity. In fact, marijuana cultivation is the world's single most electricity-intensive agricultural business. All over this town, entrepreneurs are busy turning watts into weed. We're looking for a dispensary. It's not that hard to find them, but there are about 20 of them in the city, or at least 12 of them. But yeah, we're bagging dispensaries, so to speak. All these buildings, they'll have big signs on them, but the grow operations don't have any signs, and they usually only have the street number. You just look at the exterior of the building, no signs, and look at the long electrical conduit lines that are on the outside. Look at the size of the 3-phase conduit going into that gray box, and then how many meters they've got right behind it. That's all new conduit on the outside of the building. Why else would you need that much electricity in such a nondescript warehouse? Look at this. This is all brand new. This is new electrical service. 500 kilovolt amps. That's a brand new transformer put in just for a marijuana grow operation in this warehouse. Marijuana growers don't want people to know they're growing marijuana, but you know what to look for. You can find them.
It's certainly keeping the energy company busy, upgrading transformers, all sorts of equipment upgrades like that that are needed for high energy use facilities. Electricity use by the cannabis industry has been increasing sharply over the past several years. I believe the average has been about 34% per year.
The electricity intensity of marijuana cultivation is 23 times that of a hospital and about 130 times that of an average U.S. residence. That's a lot of juice. Want to know the real buzzkill? About half of Colorado's electricity comes from coal-fired power plants. As a result, Boulder dispensaries are required by city ordinance to prove they're growing polar bear-friendly ganja.
Colorado's had a number of different mandates and opportunities for using renewable technologies. So for example, I live in Boulder. I get my electricity from Xcel Energy. I can pay a little bit more to have that energy come from wind power. It's important for a lot of people because of politics and wealth to be able to feel like you're doing something environmental while you're living like everyone else does. It has not led to an appreciable decarbonization of the Colorado economy. A lot of the offsetting provisions, whether it's for the cannabis industry, for individual homeowners, it's simply accounting. The number that really matters is where does the energy come from? And so long as Colorado gets 85% of its energy from fossil fuels, 85% of the economic activity in Colorado is from fossil fuels, no matter which we assign to the 15% and which we assign to the 85%.
We're going to a black market grower in Denver. He has decided that it's far easier to operate in the black market and more profitable to do it in the black market than in the regulated market. Okay.